And we are back. Let's try this. Let's try this, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to Guitar Q&A live stream number 24 with me, Jonathan. Hey, everybody. We got a little glitch, but maybe we're back. Okay, we'll see what happens. And I see we have folks logging on. All right. I appreciate that, everybody. I wish I could get to the bottom of what's going on, but we shall soldier on. Okay. So I had answered a couple. Hey, Kira. I had answered a couple of questions about acoustic guitars, about feel in terms of guitar playing and strumming and playing with a certain kind of feel and having a light touch. Hey, Jerry. Jerry's back. Live to fly. Kira. Okay, you guys, we'll make this happen. So now is as good a time as any to tell you about some of the things I have in mind. Oh, I know what we were talking about before we left off. We were talking about what are good things to when I teach a beginning student or the first lesson, some of the things I want to impart to a student. So I would just give you guys some of those examples of that Muddy Waters blues riff, the pentatonic scale, sort of the classic open position G major pentatonic, also known as the E minor pentatonic, and good old free falling. Those are some things that come to mind. Of all the things, hey, Brian, welcome back. Of all the things, things are still popping into my head. Holding the pick the right way. That is really life or death for the first lesson, now that I think about it. So while I have your attention here, holding the pick the right way. Curl up your picking hand into a loose fist, right? A loose fist. The pick rests against your index finger, but the thumb does all the holding, okay? The last thing you want to do is literally pinch the pick between the tip of your thumb and the tip of your pointer. You do not want to do that, okay? Curl up your picking hand fingers. The pick rests against the index finger, kind of like a wall almost, and your thumb does all the actual holding. You'll see me do that, and you'll also see me when I'm playing my picking fingers, my ring and my pinky will sometimes sort of hang loose. They kind of hang down. Nothing wrong with that. It's because I'm relaxed. I'm not bracing them against the guitar or anything. Anyways, holding the pick right. That is probably the first thing. Hold the pick right and how to read tab. Once those two things are established, that just takes a minute, then we can get into all the good stuff, So those are some of my some of my thoughts to that. Great question. Okay. Let me tell you a few of the things I have on my mind today. I want to talk to you about bar chord alternatives. Those of you who have seen any of the past 23 live streams, there's probably a moment in each one where I talk about bar chords being overrated or bar chords being, not some that should stress you out to the point where you get so frustrated that you don't even want to pick up the guitar anymore. So it would only be fair for any or all of you to say, okay, so what's the alternative? I'm playing a song, all of a sudden there's an F sharp minor, and here's Jonathan saying, bar chords are overrated. So what am I supposed to do, Mr. Teacher Man? So I want to talk about bar chord alternatives today. So stick around for bar chord alternatives. I want to finish talking about the roles of band members, because there's a funny story I meant to tell you guys. When someone asked a great question, what's the role of each instrument in a band, right? We talked about the drums and the bass and stuff. And I meant to tell a funny story, and I will tell you that story today just to give myself a little closure, I want to see if any of you guys happen to watch that video I put out recently about I call it the Me and Julio challenge, playing Me and Julio down by the schoolyard. If any of you checked out that video, I'd love to hear some feedback from you guys. Don't forget, as always, we're going to have a segment during the show where I specifically open the floor for what you might think is a dumb question. Now, you're welcome to ask any guitar question at any time. If you're feeling a little shy, don't worry. There'll be a moment during the show where I say, now is the time to ask that dumb question, and therefore everything is fair game. Okay. And every once in a while, I have a dumb question that I put out there just to get things going. So I want to talk to you a little bit about Christmas book. I'm excited about my Christmas book, right? Because Christmas is coming, you guys. And I do not want you to be caught without some Christmas material. So we're going to talk about the Christmas book. Hey, just in case I don't say it often enough, I want to wish you Americans happy American Thanksgiving, and wishing goodwill to all of you folks out there, even if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving like we do here in the States. But happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Today is Saturday and Thanksgiving is this Thursday. So I hope you all have some quiet time, some family time, and some musical time over the Thanksgiving period as well. I do plan on doing the live stream again next Saturday. It'll be our 25th live stream. But remember, just in case something comes up, if you follow me on social media, that is how you'll get an update, especially if I'm not going to do the live stream on any particular Saturday. I let people know about it on Facebook and Instagram. Okay. So please do me a favor, because it's on my conscience. If for some reason I can't do one of these Saturdays, I worry that you guys will show up and like I'm nowhere to be found. So please go to Facebook or Instagram or both, whatever your preferred choice is. Just do a search for the word Song Bike, and I will come up and give me a like or a follow or whatever. And that's exactly how I will tell you if there's not going to be a show on any given Saturday. And usually I do sort of a little promo about the upcoming show. So you hear from me typically one way or the other. Okay. What else? If we have time, I wouldn't mind going over that ABC thing that we did a few live streams ago, just as a way of, quote, unlocking the neck of the guitar. Just do a quick review of that, because I think it's worth going over for a minute, just as a perhaps a novel way of looking at the fretboard of the guitar. And don't forget, I am here, number one, for your questions. If you have a question, please put it in the chat.